evening, friends, or good whatever time it is when you watch this. My name is Claire Jacobs, and this is my husband, Michael, and we're the committee chairs for Young Life in Williamsburg. Welcome to our first and hopefully last all-virtual banquet.
Normally, our annual banquet is one of the most spectacular events held in our community each year, where we'd pack in 300 to 400 adults into a room, eat a buffet meal served by teenagers, and hear about the amazing work Young Life is doing in the lives of local kids. We soon realized as this year started that definitely would not happen this year. But we can promise you 3 things about this evening. 1, you will definitely like the food because you made it. 2, the dress code is most casual and you're probably in your jammies, hopefully, or whatever. And number 3, most importantly, you'll be blessed to hear about how Young Life has remained at work even during a school year like none before.
We know this because we've seen it firsthand. On committee, we've gotten to see the life-changing work done week in and week out by our wonderful volunteer leaders. They give countless hours to reach high school kids, kids with disabilities, middle school kids, and they help them grow in faith, community, and leadership. We've seen it firsthand as parents, as our 2 daughters were Young Life kids when they were teenagers, and the growth they experienced continues to shape them as they become college graduates, gotten their first jobs, and gotten married. And we've even experienced it personally as I came to faith through Young Life in Bowie, Maryland, many years ago when I was a teenager.
There are few things more powerful in a young adult's life than when someone older who's walked in their shoes to step out of their comfort zone and into their lives. They help them shoulder their burdens, love them unconditionally, and have a vision for their lives far bigger than they have for themselves. And as we start to come out of this pandemic where kids have felt their lives defined by isolation, fear, mourning, depression, we are confident that you will agree that Williamsburg kids need Young Life more now than ever before. So snuggle up tight with your favorite spouse, child, or animal. Grab a hot cup or a cold cup of your favorite beverage, and we'll start our evening off answering the question everyone who is new to this is asking: just what is Young Life?
And here to answer that question are some of our favorite people, a few of our teenage friends. Take it away, Kat.
This is okay. Okay, game face.
I'm Kat Weber.
Hi, I'm Kat Weber. I'm a senior finance major at the College of William & Mary, and I'm on my 3rd year as a Young Life high school leader here in Williamsburg. So just what is it about Young Life that makes it so special? We brought in several of our teenage friends to give you a firsthand account on why we are so passionate about Young Life in Williamsburg. That was fun, wasn't it?
That was great! Great job, man.
Awesome.
Because it's like Young Life Plus.
You need to look at this camera.
Okay, I figured. I'm Lay Mills. I'm an 8th grader at Hornsby.
I'm Avery Mills. I'm a junior at Jamestown.
In your own definition, what is Young Life, and what do you like about it?
I think it's a way for a lot of people to get to know God and get to know each other. It's like a family, and you just get to have a lot of fun while learning about Christ and how to get closer to Him.
Hey, I'm Brad Weddington. I'm a senior at Jamestown High School.
What is Young Life Club, and what do you like about it?
Young Life Club is just hard to explain. It's very interesting, if that makes sense. But Young Life Club is like more of the social aspect of it. And when we come together, it's a lot of like randomness. And that's what I like about it. There's lots of games we play, things we do. And at the end, we talk about Jesus and a certain part of the Bible. And we grow in our faith and in community.
Hi, my name is Madeline Vischer. I'm a senior in high school at Jamestown.
How does Young Life Club make people feel?
Young Life Club makes people feel included and happy and have a place to belong.
Hi, I'm Omar Hudson. I'm a senior at Lafayette High School.
And what is Campaigners?
Campaigners is a place we go and we talk about the Lord, and then we try to go in depth about it more, and so we understand Him more, and then we can also go to our schools or go out to our other friends and get them to learn about the Lord as well.
I've grown through campaigners by learning a lot about faith and diving deeper into the Bible. It helps me reach out to more people to come to club and encourages me throughout my everyday life.
What is camp?
Camp. Okay. Camp is honestly the best week of my life. I know that's the slogan, but camp, it has helped me just grow in my faith and also just grow as a human being.
So I went to Saranac 2 years ago, and they're not lying when they say it's like the most fun week of your life. It honestly is the most fun week. And you don't have your phone, which is great because then you don't have like that distraction, and you're just playing the entire time from sun up to sundown. You are with everyone, and it is just honestly the most fun. And when you come out of it, like you're on like a spiritual high, I feel like, and I would do it every week of the year if I could.
One, how do you feel about your leaders?
I love them. They're so sweet and they make me feel so welcomed. And they just make me feel like I can be myself and express everything that I'm feeling or what's happening. And they help me get closer to God.
Yeah, they're always there. They're just one text away. They're always there at club and at campaigners. And if I have any questions, I know that I can ask them and they have the answers to literally anything. They're awesome. Couldn't ask for any better leaders.
Hi, my name is Nate Twining. I go to Lafayette High School and I'm in the 11th grade.
How do you feel about your leaders?
They're good people to talk to. They can be funny, quirky, and I guess I can look up to them because they help us learn more about how we can grow in Christ, and we can rely on them because they've had experience, they've had struggles, they've learned to grow in Christ and accept Him as their Savior, which is what I'm learning to do, and I want to become better equipped to do that.
I miss it so much, just having a space to get away to.
How has what you've learned in young life helped you in the pandemic?
In young life, I learned about diving deeper into my Bible. So over Corona, I've really dived deeper and reached out to my young life leaders if I had any questions or was concerned about anything, and they always were there to help me through it.
I've learned before the pandemic that I'm not alone in whatever I do. I always have a community of people, just like the leaders are one text away. And that really helped me to get through it, just knowing that I'm not alone.
What really matters is that we're sharing we're sharing memories, we're sharing moments, and we like being together for that, and I think that's one of the things that makes Capernaum special.
Okay, sounds good.
Here's the best. Introduce yourself. Who are you?
I'm Michael Cribb. I'm a senior finance major at William & Mary, and I'm a high school Young Life leader.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I'm a senior at the College of William & Mary. I study computer science, and I'm a Capernaum leader.
Hi, I'm Amy Havasey. I am a wife. I am a mom to 2 little girls. I am a speech pathologist, and I am a Young Life leader here in Williamsburg.
Why did you become a leader?
I became a leader because 20 years ago, a Young Life leader came into my life as a freshman in high school, and she loved me and cared for me and built a relationship with me and eventually earned the right to share the gospel with me. And I came to know the Lord through my relationship with her, and I wanted to do the same with other kids.
I became a Young Life leader because I wanted to find a nice community of Christian people on campus, and Young Life also reached out to the people in Williamsburg, so that was a perfect fit for me.
I became a Young Life leader because when I was in high school, the person that had the most impact on who I am today outside of my parents was my Young Life leader, and I wanted the opportunity to kind of pay it forward and do that for the kids here in Williamsburg.
Leading has helped me grow because you're never really put in a position where you have to be in charge of a bunch of stuff at a young age, so being able to plan club and campaigners for these kids has been a lot of fun.
Leading has changed me in so many ways. It has changed the entire trajectory of my life. Not only has it been a catalyst for my own growth and relationship with the Lord, it changed who I married, it changed how I raised my kids, and now it changes how I spend my free time.
They always say in school, the best way to learn something is by teaching it to someone else, and I think that is very transferable and applicable to our faith. So having that opportunity to kind of, mentor and teach high school students about kind of the building blocks of faith has been instrumental to my own personal growth here in college. I'd say one of the hardest things about being a Young Life leader is becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. Whether you're going into the high school at the end of the day trying to talk to people before they're sprinting to the bus or sprinting to their athletic event, or whether you're in the stands at a football game like when Jamestown's down 42-7, trying to talk about anything besides what's going on the field, or just being comfortable with talking to people that are 7 years younger than you and trying to find common ground and develop a relationship.
I would say sometimes wanting to do more than you can. Sometimes you see kids that you feel are really hurting, but there's only so much you can do. That might be the hardest part.
Well, given my current season of life, my margin for free time is not always large, and so I just bring girls alongside life with me, and that is such an honor that we get to bring kids into our life, whether it's coming over for dinner or going to the grocery store or going to the park with my girls and I. So the free time might not always be there, but kids are excited to just do life with us, and we are excited to have them there with us.
It's worth it because you get to change these kids' lives forever, and they can become some of your best friends for the rest of your life.
Why is it worth it? A lot of that comes from any time that you see a high school student kind of take that risk in their faith, whether it's starting a faith or having the gumption or courage to ask you a question and something that might be uncomfortable, or any time that someone comes to you for guidance or just needs someone to talk to. Being able to be that person and provide that for whoever needs it has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my college career.
It's worth it because I was that kid, and even if just one kid comes to know the Lord through my volunteering with Young Life or my pursuing them, then it's all worth it.
Yeah, goodness, I'm not surprised. Hi, my name is Katie Maloney, and I am on Young Life staff with Capernaum. Capernaum is a branch of Young Life that reaches out to teenagers with disabilities. Typically, these students are often marginalized and isolated, but at Capernaum, they are welcomed and celebrated for exactly who they are. Our Capernaum staff and volunteer leaders are able to bridge gaps between these amazing teenagers and their families. We get the opportunity to build lifelong friendships. We also have the honor of having real conversations about life, love, and God. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing one of my friends, Maggie. Maggie, I am so glad that you are here with us today. Can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Margaret Sefford. I like to play Nintendo games like Pokemon, and I like to sing.
That's great. Can you tell everyone a little bit about how we became friends?
We became friends when I started Capernaum Club 4 years ago. We are best friends who love God together, and I know that you love me for who I am.
That's right. Our friendship is the best. Maggie, what are some things that we get to do together?
We often get dinner and hang out at your house. We also go to club on Wednesdays. I love club because we play music and dance, and we also get to learn who Jesus is.
That's right. Maggie, who is Jesus to you?
Jesus is a father to me. I talk to Jesus every night, and I know that he wants to help me solve my problems. I know that he loves me so much, and I can feel him in my heart. I love to sing to Jesus, and I read my Bible.
That's awesome. Maggie, do you have a favorite Bible verse?
Yes, I do. My favorite Bible verse is John 3:16. I learned it at Capernaum camp.
Maggie, has there ever been a hard time in your life where Jesus has helped you?
2 years ago, my father had a heart attack, and it was very scary. I felt frightened because I thought he might die. The only thing I thought I could do was pray. I prayed a lot for God to heal my father. So now I talk with God about my dad and everything else. I learned that God will help me whenever I talk to him. I know God will always understand me when I talk to him. I remember going to the hospital prayer garden to pray for my father, and you were there with me.
Yeah, that was a really special time. Maggie, you have absolutely grown in your faith, and that is definitely something to celebrate. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
You're welcome.
Next, we want to give you a deeper look on how a young life leader can have an impact on a kid as they walk through life together and share the love of God. Here with us will be Brady Wilhide, who is a Young Life teacher staff, and with him will be one of his awesome friends, Aaron Jones.
Oh, we're going like live. Oh, okay.
Take 3. Give me your stats. Name, job, and how long you've been leading.
Okay. My name's Brady Wilhide. I am a teacher and football coach at Lafayette High School, and I've been leading here in Williamsburg for about 9 years.
Hi, I'm Aaron Jones. I'm a junior at Lafayette High School.
When did you first get to know Brady Wilhide?
I first met Brady at a mission trip in 7th grade, and then I really got to know Brady in high school when he was my history teacher. My first impression of Brady was he was caring, and it just seemed like everyone in the building knew him. Like every time he walked down the hallway, everyone was saying hi, and it was just so funny that like not one person didn't know Brady Wilhide.
My first impression of Aaron Jones was he was just a typical jock football player, too cool for school.
Let's get emotional. Aaron, what is your favorite thing about your friendship with Brady?
My favorite thing is that Brady's always there for me. Anytime that I'm going through something, Brady's the best person to call, no matter what it is.
Brady, what's your favorite thing about Aaron?
My favorite thing about Aaron is his willingness and ability to want to grow. We've had many deep talks, many deep conversations, and for a teenager that can be a little scary. But Aaron has always been he's always willing to take the advice, take the application, and work it into his life, and he's become a fantastic human being because of it.
When did you guys start to talk about faith?
The day I met you.
So the first conversation I remember having deep faith talks with Aaron was the spring of his freshman year. We had surface level stuff as he was coming to club first couple times, but I truly remember the first conversation we had. We were in my truck driving home from club, and Aaron was like, "Hey, that was a really good talk that somebody gave," and it was like, that makes a lot of sense to me. Why does life, not feel like it's meant to? It was a question, something along those lines, and that was the first real deep conversation we had about faith.
Aaron, when was the time that Brady came through for you?
Time Brady came through for me was when I was going through depression and a lot of mental struggles. Brady was there for me every time that I talked to him. He always cared for me. Every time that I saw him, he was asking if I was okay, making sure, because everyone else I felt just dismissed me and all that stuff, and Brady always asked me if I was okay.
I truly have learned that when the verse is Matthew 18:20, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am also. Anytime I'm with Aaron, I feel Jesus there with us. Even in, the darkest times where we're having, me and Aaron are having a really tough conversation or a really deep conversation about life, I feel Jesus there, and I've seen him work incredible miracles and incredible blessings in my life through Aaron and in Aaron's life. Thank you so much for hearing more of our story, but it's not just Aaron. Some of our friends want to share how their encounter with Jesus through Young Life has impacted them.
How does my broken heart keep bringing me back to you again? Sometimes I fall apart, but you're always there, just like a friend, just like a friend. There's no doubt about it, I'm on my way home. I'm not yet where I'm going, but I'm a long way from where I was. And I hear a choir of angels cheering me on. I know there's no doubt about it, oh, I'm on my way home. Yeah, I'm not yet where I'm going, but I'm a long way from where I was. And I hear a choir of angels cheering me on. I'm not yet where I'm going, but I'm a long way from where I was. Long way from where I was.
Hi, I'm Nathan Havasey, and I'm the Area Director for Young Life here in Williamsburg. Friends, thank you for giving us your time, and I hope you understand more about why we are so passionate about what we do. It's taken a lot to keep Young Life reaching kids in Williamsburg for the past 40 years. It's taken a committed and passionate staff who work an often thankless job and are never actually off the clock. It's taken volunteer leaders who collectively give thousands of hours of unpaid time to do the hard work of stepping out of their comfort zone and into the lives of kids. And it's taken donors who have given generously to make sure Young Life stays in Williamsburg, reaching kids. Because kids will need Young Life now more than ever. From my perspective, this past year has brought to truth 3 things in the world of teenagers. First, the value of face-to-face relationships. Since the dawn of the smartphone, parents have been asking, what will it take to get kids off their phone? As kids experienced a year where technology was the only option, they soon realized that this is a poor substitution for the real thing. Secondly, they realized how much they'd taken for granted their need for community. This past year in isolation has opened kids' eyes that we need each other, and there is so much value in connecting to one another. Finally, kids realize that they need to find hope in something bigger. The pandemic has rocked their foundation to the core and opened their eyes to the reality that they have far less control than what they thought. This past year of uncertainty and fear has made kids understand that they need to place their hope and trust in something bigger than themselves. Face-to-face relationships, community, and hope. Those are 3 things that Young Life are experts in. Our leaders are professional relationship builders. Our Young Life community offers teenagers a safe and nurturing environment to be loved and valued for who they are and discover who they were created to be. And we offer the ultimate hope. Hope found in a relationship with a God who loves them and is in control even when everything else seems out of control. We've got great staff, great leaders and great methodology for reaching kids. The last piece is raising our budget, which is where we need you. The good news is we have 85% of our $188,000 budget already raised or pledged. Our goal with our virtual event is to raise $30,000. We will be emailing a link to everyone who responded to the Evite right now, and there's also a link in the description of this video. Maybe you tuned in with a specific amount in mind. Would you consider cutting that in half and giving that monthly? A solid monthly base of donations gives us the most consistency and keeps us focused on reaching kids instead of raising money. Some of you might have a capacity to give a substantial gift. If you have that capacity, would you consider giving a large gift? See, in 1997, a group of adults in Fredericksburg who didn't know 16-year-old me gave generously so a Young Life leader could change my life forever because they thought that I was worth it. After what you've seen today, I hope you think teenagers in Williamsburg are worth it too.
We'd like to thank you all tonight for coming and sacrificing some of your most precious time for us this evening. We really appreciate it. We hope you've learned something. We hope you have had the opportunity to have a little fun. And hopefully next year we'll see you at our normal event.
Thank you so much. Stay safe, take good care of each other, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a good evening.
God bless you.
God bless.